Welcome back to another Quick Truth. My name is Derek Truesdale, and this week we're going to continue on our little studies of standalone lessons. And this week I want to cover the book of Habakkuk. So just a little context on Habakkuk, who he was. Old Testament prophet. He's prophesying to the nation of Judah, which is like southern Israel, and he's telling them that the evil people need to turn around, need to change what they're doing. But what he's saying is that he's also questioning, why do the evil people seem to succeed when the righteous people are just squished down and are suffering? It seems to be in reverse, because you think it'd be opposite. You think the righteous people would succeed and the evil people are put down. But it's not. Evil people succeeding and righteous people being punished. So he's wondering, why is God having it play out this way? And that's what we pick up in chapter 2, Habakkuk 2, verses 1 through 4. Those verses say, I will take my stand at my watchpost and station myself on the tower and look out to see what he will say to me and what I will answer concerning my complaint. So he's talking to God. He's waiting for the reply. And the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it plain on tablets so he may run who reads it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Behold, his soul is puffed up. It is not upright within him, but the righteous shall live by his faith. So taking those verses by themselves, it doesn't give a full picture, but it kind of gets us in the ballpark. So Habakkuk's doing this. This is God talking to him, and he's saying that things are bad for the righteous people, but the righteous will live by their faith. And that's an awesome idea. But just starting out here, the whole story of Habakkuk, he's complaining that the righteous are being punished and the evil seem to be succeeding. And he's wondering, he asks God why and what God's going to do to punish the unrighteous people, the evil people that are succeeding. And God tells him, I see this is happening and I'm going to do something about it. And here's what I'm going to do. Take the Babylonians and have them come in and defeat Judah. So he's using a more evil people to come in and to punish the evil people in Judah. So Habakkuk, this blows his mind, thinking, why would you use a more evil people to punish the evil people here? Do you think it'd be the righteous people would be risen up to attack the evil people? That's not the way he does it. That's God's plan's bigger than what we expect. And God also kind of tells him this is going to take longer than expected. So as we read through these verses, we see it's going to take longer than what he thought. Habakkuk thought this is going to be instant. This should happen now. But God's saying it's going to take longer than that. So it's going to be in his timetable, not Habakkuk's timetable. But we can learn from this that God's not limited to our expectations. He's using Babylonians, which are more evil people. That's not what he expected. He's taking longer than what Habakkuk thought. That's not what we expected. And we can learn from this because in our lives, we see evil people that succeed. We see people that seem to be doing, nothing's going wrong for their lives. It's just completely all fine. They're succeeding in everything they do, but they're evil. They make wrong decisions all the time. And so why do they succeed? And why does God let that happen? And a couple things here. I think that in those lives and the guys that just are evil, but they seem to succeed all the time, I think that their lives are not as cheery as we might think. So things are probably going wrong in their lives that you just don't know about. And the veneer looks nice. Like, yeah, they're succeeding. Everything's fine. A lot of times it's not like that behind closed doors. It's worse than what we think. And then also, at the end of this, God will have justice. And so the righteous will be justified, and the evil will be put down. It's just not going to happen maybe when we expect it to, but that day is coming. So as we go through this, it's not an immediate delivery like Habakkuk was wanting. He's saying that the righteous need to live by their faith, and that's a famous verse because it's quoted in the New Testament by Paul, and in Hebrews, the righteous will live by faith. It's not always going to be, the best situation for the righteous people, and it's not going to be a bad situation for evil people. Sometimes it is switched. And Habakkuk ends the chapter. So he gets this news that the Babylonians are going to punish them. It's going to get worse for the evil, but also for the righteous people, which was not what he expected. But he says, this is what I'm going to take this news, and I'm going to decide this. I'm going to live by faith. So even though things may get worse, I may not have food, I may not have somewhere to stay, things may go really downhill, but I'm still going to believe in God and believe that he has our best interests in mind, that he is here with us. And that's what we can learn too, because sometimes our lives don't seem like it's the best that is happening for us. Sometimes it looks like we're sacrificing for God, and it doesn't seem like things are going well in our lives still. And it goes against what we think should happen. But we learn here that it doesn't always work out the way we think it should. When you do the right thing, it doesn't always come out with the best outcome. But we have to learn from Habakkuk, that even though things may not look like they're coming out the right way, God's still in control. God sees this. And Job, if you look at the whole book of Job, he gets punished and punished and punished. Things are going so bad. He's doing the right thing. And he says in his book, though God slay me, still I will serve him. And that's a very, very interesting thing to see and try to live out. That when things are going bad and you don't see any hope and it doesn't seem like things are going to turn around, you still serve God. That's a huge example to other people. So if we can learn to do that, if you look at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they make the right decision, they get thrown into the fiery furnace. It doesn't seem like what should happen in that situation. They serve God. They should be delivered. And they were, but they were thrown into the fiery furnace. They had to live out that faith first, and God was with them. So we live out our faith even when things don't look like they're going the best way possible. If it doesn't make sense to us, God's still in control. Justice is coming. And sometimes in those bad situations, that faith is all we really have. So we need to hold on to that faith and live this out in our lives. So this has been another quick truth from the book of Habakkuk. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.